Hey, what the fuck? What's up, guys? I'm down for a few minutes because my generator ran out of fuel. Was giving me shit. I refilled the generator, got it started back up. I come back and the show's shut down. Something I miss, obviously. What the hell? Anyway, everybody else, welcome to the game. This is the Great American Experience. Go figure. I'm the Wizard of Oz. This is not my show. But I'm the guy in behind the scenes, pushing all the buttons, pulling all the levers. Rock on. Hey, Huckleberry. Yeah, I come back and everybody's gone. Show shut down. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, whatever. So just I guess he decided to shut it all down rather than just leave it up, knowing I was coming back. But yeah, we'll have to deal with that. All right. Hmm. Yeah, it's fucking kids. Bullshit, but it is what it is. Come on up, Ghost. Grab a link. Come on, Huckleberry. Come on up here and talk to me. Grab a link. Come on up here and talk to me. Be part of the conversation. Come on. Not just a commenter. Participation is making me wait. No, it's not how it goes, but it's something like that. So, welcome on in, guys. Come on in. Water's fine. Yeah, we can make this happen. What's happening, Bill?
Yeah, I felt bad. I
What
don't know
happened?
what. Yeah, I was asleep, and I went to sleep because it was I have to get up early, but I woke up,
Right.
I just checked my phone, and it's like all of a sudden I get well, actually notices for all three channels,
Right.
notifications. I'm like, what? He started it up again?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, it's just 11 o'clock here. I had
Yeah.
the generator ran out of fuel and it gave me I refilled it and it was giving me shit about starting, so I had to get through that and get it started.
Well,
And came back in here, everything shut down. I'm like, what the hell?
oh, that's okay. Here we are.
Yeah. So, hey, Nightingale, how you doing? You and Huckleberry in chat. At least we know we got some ladies that like us. God bless you. Oh
Hello,
man,
Nightingale and Huckleberry.
that makes my day. You know, you two should come up on screen. Yeah. There you go. Wasn't my intention to be down. Um, so yeah, grab a link, Nightingale, Huckleberry. Both of you grab a link and come up here and join us. Yeah, see, I even put out the campfire. Hold on a second. I'll put up a campfire on the beach. Oh, Don, we were just looking to get cozy with some ladies. Now, what are you doing here? What's up?
Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't. Is this thing? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize. Let me get out of
No, you're fine. I was just messing with you. Oh, get back here, you shithead.
God, jeez.
Doggone it, come back here, Don. Oh, anyway. I didn't think it'd be so easy to run you off. What's up?
here. Is this thing on?
It's on. Hey,
Nothing.
Huckleberry.
I'm
Hello.
just. I was disappointed that that we were cut off earlier.
What happened? What did you...
That's your young friend, the guy that you've put in charge here. He seems to have a. Well, he seems to not be able to hold his weed, for lack of a better fucking term. He's. Oh, I'm tired. I gotta go. Bye. Okay. So that's what happened. That's what always
Oh,
happens.
The last I saw, he was smoking a cone.
So listen, I got no problem with weed. You know that as well as anybody else. But dude, if you can't hold your weed, then
yeah, maybe you're doing something wrong.
I don't know, dude. It's your show. You
Oh,
you put
well,
it in the
anyway.
hands of
Oh, yeah, no.
fire in the bowl.
Fire in the bowl. Wow.
Well, listen, I don't want to sound like I'm an ingrate because I'm not. But this has been happening more frequently than it should happen
Yeah,
in the last couple of
I've already,
months.
yeah.
Even Colonel Shaw gets up here late, and we all know that Colonel Shaw gets on late. And then, 2 minutes after Colonel Shaw gets on, somebody's got to go to bed.
Oh, right.
This is,
Well, I'm working on that.
anyway.
I'm working on it. I talked to Sting about getting this back. If he come up and help us admin, that'd be awesome. And Canoes' schedule might lighten up. Who knows? But yeah, I'm working on it. Skull Chaser. What's
But
up?
enough about me. Let's talk about me.
What you got?
I'm teasing. Nothing. I got nothing. I shot my wad earlier. All my stories about Beatty days and RVs and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Had a great weekend this weekend. Yeah.
Cool. Good
Went
deal.
out to went out to see the towns around here and bunch of RVers, bunch of people in ATVs, UTVs, side by sides, quads. There's a big sand dune that's not 5 miles from my house. You could see it literally. Hundreds of RVs there over the weekend.
Yeah, you were talking about that the other night.
All enjoying the weather and enjoying the sand and the surf and everything else. It's just really a good outdoor weekend for a lot of things here.
But didn't you say
Good
it's like
outdoor
getting like below freezing every night?
No. When? It did. I mean, there was one or two nights there that it got to 37, I think is the lowest it got. But by and large, that's not the norm here.
Right.
It's
Right.
60 right now. It's 9:30 p.m., 9:20 p.m. It's
Mhm.
60 degrees. So
Right.
it gets cold, but it's not cold tonight. It's not cold this weekend.
I'll tell you, I'm like crazy to get my temperature right now. is 38 degrees, and it's getting down to 33 tonight. So looks like my garden's pretty much toast. So I figured I've been enjoying picking from the garden all season long. In fact, tonight I even went out, pulled some green beans and fried them up or cut them up and put them in a rice dish. And some green pepper and a couple jalapenos. I could pick okra again. Take care of that tomorrow.
I like parsley because it just grows like a weed here.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Comes up every year. The Italian parsley and the curled parsley, they really do grow like weeds.
Hey, Zach. How you doing? What's up, buddy? But yeah,
So I'm wondering if Huckleberry's got beaches out near her.
Not really. It's about 3 hours away.
is it?
Yeah. I mean, up in the mountain here, so yeah, it's about 3 hours away to Ocean City, Maryland.
Actually, not that far.
Not really. We should
3
have oceanfront. We should have oceanfront after the tsunami hits. Beachfront property.
Oh yeah, when that Canary Islands falls in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get some splash up on her though. But yeah, that's
What, you think that thing's going to blow, or blow and blow the whole top off, or is it just going to kind of do what it did the last
well, the
1,000
thing
years?
is going to blow that island in half. Half of it's shelf.
The cone is already collapsed, and the island is literally splitting.
Yeah, splitting in half, and half of it getting ready to fall into the deep. When it does, they're saying that that's what's going to create this pressure wave. It's going to create the tidal wave that's going to hit the East Coast. That's what they say. I mean, you know. Yeah. Hurry up, sell that house. Don, you hear me?
That's the plan.
Yeah, hurry up, sell that house.
Let me get out from under it before the big wave hits. Then you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Man alive.
Prepare for the worst. Exactly.
Pray for the best. Prepare for the worst.
Yeah,
Oh,
my signal was chirping a little bit, and so I'm trying to keep my mic off.
right. Figured you had your headset. I thought you were going to have your headset on all the time now.
It's not charged. It's got that little charging terminal for the older type of charging cord.
Right.
And yeah, I just haven't got it put in there yet.
Okay. What's that about, AZ? Come up here. Come up here and give us the news, brother. There you go. There's a link for you. Come on up here and talk to us. Tell us what it's all about.
I've got 2 other devices charging right now.
Oh, do you? So Huckleberry, how's Freya doing?
Freya's getting big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gave her whole almonds tonight, and she took them through the cage from me, and then she tried to bury them underneath newspapers.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's really cute. I don't know why she's not taking them up to her nesting box, because when I clean the bottom of the cage, her nuts are gonna get exposed.
Nuts, huh?
Yeah, so she's gonna be mad at me, but I have to take out all that newspaper, so she'll have to bury them again.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't want to have your nuts exposed.
No,
Trust
no,
me.
tactical disability.
yeah, y'all know about that. So what's up,
So,
AZ?
well, I just posted a link to a John Crump short video. Appar- And I got the email from Palmetto State Armory. They came out with a AR-15 lower that has a "Let's Go Brandon" logo on it,
Oh wow. Oh
and
wow.
apparently it triggered the shit out of NBC, and they called the Secret Service on Palmetto State Armory as, as a threat against the president. So Clown World is in full force.
Yeah, they can take our president, cut his head off, cover it in blood, and shoot it and shoot him and everything on there. Shit, but we can't even make a criticism without it being end of the world. They're trying to kill the president.
Yeah, well, the only advice I can give to them is they had better hide their fucking nuts.
Somebody should parody every single one of those events. Okay, that's
They
with
did.
Joe Biden's head on.
Yeah, I just got, I got the notifications for it, but I just saw the clip of Biden, I guess, telling the Pope he's a famous black baseball player.
My God.
Is that before or after he shit his pants?
I don't delve into all of it. I just skim like the headlines and the notifications, and I'd heard about it, but I actually heard it today.
Yeah, even Leo
And
Sagami was like, man, dude, he came here and it was just an assortment of embarrassments.
yeah, well,
Embarrassment.
apparently, I didn't see it, like I said, but apparently, the mainstream outlets cut the feed as soon as he said that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're a famous black baseball player. Click. So, what's going on?
Going through hell, trying to get to heaven.
Yeah, you getting ready for winter?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a choice.
Now, did you plant any winter crops?
No. No, I
Okay.
didn't. The leaves still haven't fallen here, so I haven't gotten anything. I got all this garden stuff cleared up and cleaned up and put away. So, but until the leaves fall, I got no reason to close down the garden completely.
Yeah.
So that's problematic.
Is it too late to plant like potatoes?
I believe so. I believe so. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it's too cold for anything to start. We were having temperatures in the near freezing at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah, it's unless you got greenhouse, yeah, you're not doing anything. And I don't have the greenhouse up yet. I got one more soil mission to do, and um, then I can start building the greenhouse. I got to burn off, do a leaf burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do a major leaf burn, and then once I do that, then till that end, then I'm ready to build the greenhouse. But until I do that, it's really going to be kind of difficult to manage that. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I guess I could burn it somewhere else, but it would just be crazy and a lot of work back and forth.
What you
So,
mean moving the pile that needs to be burned?
well, yeah, that, uh, and then moving the ashes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just rather collect up all the leaves, put them in on the garden, burn them, and then till it all in.
You have good soil, right?
Building it.
Okay. How about like tarping your leaf pile and letting it compost over the winter?
Well, once I do the burn and I till that all in, then I'll cover it again. Yeah, with leaves.
Okay.
Yeah, and let it cook all winter long.
Yeah.
Come spring, I'll till it off again and level it up, row it up, and plant. But it'll be inside the greenhouse.
Okay, I get you. You're just
Right.
gonna transfer it over.
Yep, I'm gonna cover that back wall with ground plant boxes, and on for half of it, and the other half I'm doing raised tables over tanks, raising fish,
Yeah.
doing aquaponics. Um, and I got several plans for some vertical gardening along the other walls, and oh yeah, yeah, I've got racks I'm gonna be putting in the rafters of the greenhouse because I'm giving it 10-foot walls,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll do a apex style roof on it, and go from there.
Yeah, I always wanted to do aquaponics.
Mhm.
I even have I don't know what they call them. They're the palletized 300 or 400 gallon plastic containers in the metal cage. I've got a bunch of those. I was gonna bury or partially bury them and do the aquaponic thing, but I got talked out of it.
Well, I was looking at actually doing a concrete tank in the
Yeah.
ground. You know what I'm saying? So I can make it a nice 3.5 feet deep kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I was originally inspired by the guy on YouTube in Arizona who did it in his pool in his backyard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
during,
Um,
but that during the winter ain't gonna work.
I know.
Oh,
And I mean, the summer heat's brutal too. And it would just,
right.
yeah. So that kind of got me out of the idea. But it's a great idea if you have the right climate.
Well, you know what? It would work using a pool like that if you didn't, if it wasn't above ground. If you take that liner and you dig out that pool, you put that liner in the ground, then you build a greenhouse over it.
Well, his was an in-ground, concrete in-ground swimming pool.
Oh, okay. Then all you have to do is put the greenhouse over it and you're good.
Yeah, and it's like he just partially filled it, so the deep end had water in it, but not the shallow end. And so he was raising the fish in that water. And I forget what he did with the shallow end. He might have put like tables in for to hold trays of plants.
Oh, okay.
And
I
then
see what
So
he was growing that he was growing that green plant in the water also. I forget what they call it. And he was making like milkshakes out of that plant he was
kelp,
harvesting.
kelp or
It wasn't
seaweed?
kelp. Yeah, duckweed. Is that it?
Maybe.
In fact, I think he was making a little bit of money selling duckweed on the internet.
Oh, wow.
Because duckweed was legal.
Right.
But anyway, I digress.
I mean, I imagine you could sell, the propagation of the plant,
Yeah.
So,
But my aspirations aren't that big anymore. I'm just, if I have to grow stuff, I'm going to keep it small. Just enough to feed me.
well, right. But there's a lot of things to grow. Strawberry,
Well, yeah.
a lot of herbs
In
I want
fact,
to grow.
on Amazon, I found a berry variety pack that I picked up
Right?
because I'm trying to think of everything I might need if the whole dark winter supply cutoff thing actually happens. Because we just simply won't have access to the variety of things that we did have access to at one point.
Well, that's right. That's one of my purposes. I was trying to grow sugar beets. That
Yeah.
didn't work out very well. I didn't do starts. I did direct plants. So it really didn't work out well for me.
I don't have good soil out here. I mean, it works, but it's not great.
Right. And that's what I get that with, Arizona and all that. But wood
Yeah.
chips, man, wood chips. It just takes a matter of time. But using the wood chips in your garden, number one, keeps all the weeds down. Number two, it's next year's brand new soil.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do the, if I have to do it, and we should know shortly as this supply thing plays out. I was going to do a small containerized non-pump hydroponic system that Mike Adams has been talking about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just I have a ton of coffee cans, and
Right.
I rounded up 3-inch net pots and the cocoa fiber.
Okay.
And
If the cans are not black, or you can see a flashlight through them, they will grow mold and algae inside the can. You got to make sure they're not even translucent.
yeah, I was gonna start with metal cans and see how they hold up. I have to confess, I've actually saved like every coffee can for the past 10 years. So I have a ready supply Um,
There you go.
and none of them are transparent.
Well, the blue ones and the red ones both they let light in. If it's a direct sun, the light will go into the container. And
Yeah.
batteries proven that those will grow algae in them and corrupt the plant.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was going to start with the metal ones first and see how they hold up.
He had to wrap them in aluminum foil
Okay.
to make
Now,
them.
Mike Adams was saying using small containers like that, and he's actually using small plastic bins. You know, not totes, but the smaller bins that measure about 5 or 6 inches deep and at least a foot
Foot
by
half wide.
16 or 18 inches.
Yeah.
And from what he's found out, it's like, you construct, you cut holes in the top, and he's putting like 6 holes in the tops of each one of these little bins. Setting up the net pots, the cocoa fiber, and his sprouts that he's planting, and filling the bin itself with the nutrient solution. He was saying that it lasts about 2 months. All you have to do is add, keep the water level up and add nutrients occasionally.
Oh, okay.
And so he's doing like a constant harvest off of his plants.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So I was going to try something similar to that.
I've seen them do
Using
the totes. I've seen people doing the totes deals. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I've seen-
There's a ton of YouTube videos of people who are getting away from the complexity of hydroponics by
Mhm.
simply getting rid of the pump.
Right. But you don't have to really get rid of the pump. The pump, you don't have to necessarily use a water pump. You can actually just use an air pump and a soapstone and rise it back into your interchange tank. You know?
Yeah. Well, see, the way he's doing it is the upper part of the roots by the base of the plant get exposed to air,
Yeah.
but the roots further down are in the nutrient. So it gets both the air and the nutrient. And each root takes what it needs from both the air and the nutrient.
But you mean the soil, right?
Yeah, so you don't have to use like an ebb and flow system,
No.
which cuts out the pump completely.
Well, a battery did that with that gutter, and he put those bags, and he put the little net cup in the bottom of the bag and filled it up with soil, and it wicked up the water from the. And he had a lot of luck with those.
Yeah, that's sort of the same thing, just a little more compact.
Right.
Yeah, I got coffee cans.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, you could do coffee cans as your planters and just put the net cups in the bottom of those, set those in a gutter, and line them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, one watering point. All you got to do is keep a float valve on it.
So are they tin or plastic coffee cans?
Say what?
Are they tin or plastic coffee cans?
I have both.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. I got you.
I saved mine too.
It's like they're too good to throw away. besides. We can also make little rocket stoves out of them too.
Actually, the metal Folgers cans, if that's what it is, it doesn't matter. But the metal ones, you can actually make a mini forge out of them too.
Yeah, I've seen that also. I've seen that also.
I've got a metal bucket I'm getting ready. I want to use for that.
Plaster, plaster and perlite,
Yeah.
soup can, a small soup can, a coffee can, and all in between the two cans, you just put that plaster and perlite around there and drill some
Yeah.
holes, and you have a forge.
Put in some airflow. Yeah. Using charcoal, right?
You can, well,
Propane.
you need it to be a little bit bigger to use charcoal, but yeah, you can.
Well, I was thinking the 5-gallon bucket. Then you do the perlite plaster Paris mix in there.
Yeah, if it's a steel 5-gallon bucket,
Yeah.
you just need to have a void in the middle, like a donut, so that that's where you're going to do your forging in there.
Well, right, because then you need to also have your rest for your crucible in there too.
Well, if you're gonna melt metal, yeah.
Yeah, melt aluminum and copper and tin,
Well,
those kinds of things. But silver,
I have a little piece of fire brick that I can just shove in there, and that's going to be my platform.
yeah, I've got a lot of silver that I need to forge. I need to melt it down and put it into biscuits or bars. I want to make coins actually.
What kind of coins?
Emerald City dollars, 1 ounces.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, I got a lot of scrap silver from electrical stuff. Like I got 14 pounds of it.
Wow.
hmm And I want to melt it down and make coins out of it.
Well, gold in my state, they passed a law that gold can be used as legal tender.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a link for you. I'll be right back if I disappear.
So if money goes to crap, I guess you can use gold nuggets as legal tender.
Right? Well,
Yep.
the problem with that is you have to have a standard go by. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know enough about purity testing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's probably. I don't know anything about it either. Really, to speak of. I guess it needs to be refined or something. Needs to be so much percent pure. I would guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, of course, of course. And I figure the best way to do that is in a coin, right? To put it in a coin, standardize it. 1
Yeah.
ounce.
Yeah. That would be a good idea.
Yeah. Right now it's, let's see. Um, do. Oops. Okay, that didn't work. Here, let's see. Yep. Let's see here. Silver sitting at $24.09. Gold sitting at $1,800.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay, I dropped the link in YouTube chat. This guy does mining, and he does his own metal refining. And you go through his refining videos, and he breaks down how to refine your silver and gold. He has about the simplest furnace I've ever run across. He buys the refractory mat, 1 inch to 2 inches thick, and he just creates he just wraps it into a tube, puts a couple pieces of wire around it to hold its shape, and he inserts his burner into that. And he puts a piece of the same a piece of the same refractory mat on the top, and he's doing like large melts, but it's like the simplest foundry furnace I've ever seen.
Is that link you just put up there?
Yes,
I
it's MMBL LLC or something like that.
know what you're talking about, that refinery, Matt. When I worked
Yeah,
in a boiler plant for a up at the VA hospital, I worked in the boiler plant up there, and they had all that around, for insulating different stuff. Yep.
yeah, and it's not too expensive on Amazon. They have like various sizes and thicknesses you can buy. Now I have a fairly good size foundry furnace. It's the full blown metal case, poured refractory lining and stuff like that. And after watching this guy, it tends to make me think maybe we go kind of overboard on what we'd like to build.
The complications and stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, his thing is about as simple as you can get. Now, he also shows how to refine the silver and the gold. I forget. It's called. Shoot, what is the name of it? Damn it. It's called Coupelling. If you do a search for Coupelling, you will find like extracts from an older book on how the process works. A Coupel is like a very shallow crucible. It's not as deep as a crucible because it's designed to keep the precious metal that you've refined from the ore up near the top of the Coupel. And the technique is you take your you take the metal that you've refined in the furnace from your ore, and there's like various techniques to do that. You put it into the, after you break it out from all the slag that's that's left after you pour it into a cone mold, you put that piece of metal, your concentrated precious metals with a few impurities into the cupel, and you add a certain amount of lead to it. When it melts, the gold and the lead will combine, and you oxidize the lead, which has picked up all the metallic impurities. It rises to the surface and rolls off onto the cupel. The material that the cupel is made from absorbs those lead oxides and impurities, leaving your precious metals pure.
Oh wow.
It's really amazing how it works. And he, in his videos where he's cupelling, you can see the lead oxidizing and rolling off the top of the beaded precious metal that's left. It is amazing to watch.
Oh
And
wow.
I just happen to have like a whole case of cupels.
Really?
So yeah, I'm all set up. I got the furnace, and I got the crucibles, and I got the cupels, and I have the assaying chemicals and all that.
Wow.
So that
Actually,
might
where you live down there, it doesn't seem that hot to me because there isn't a lot of humidity there, so the heat's bearable. You know,
it's
it's hot as hell, but it
yeah, it's actually the direct sun that beats you down.
yes,
You get from 11 or 12 o'clock till 3 or 4 o'clock, and the sun is just incredibly intense. It's like a 105-degree breeze feels cool in comparison to the sun beating down.
yeah. It's weird. I think the sun is doing weird stuff now. My lawn, it didn't matter if I watered it or didn't water it. It turned freaking white. This is the first year I've ever seen grass actually turn white,
Okay.
and leaves they got scorched and they started falling off the trees this summer before fall ever hit. We were already having leaves that looked like they had like yellow edges around the leaves, and they were
Okay.
just falling out of the freaking trees, and it was the weirdest thing.
Remind me, you're in Utah, right?
Yeah, just north of
Okay.
you. I've been down in the town where you live. I've been there.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
How
I-
far north are you in Utah?
I'm just a little north of Salt Lake City.
And what's your elevation up there?
I'm about I think I'm probably about 4,600 feet, somewhere between
Okay.
43 and 46, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's really weird. Your grass turning white.
Yep. Well, also the higher elevation you go, the less ozone there is.
Yeah.
So it's like the sun was. It was so weird. I mean, it would sting your skin. You could feel it just stinging your
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
And I don't ever remember it doing that before in the past.
Yes. Now in Arizona, it's like even like decades ago, they would publish like your sun exposure for Arizona, so you know how long it's safe to go out in the sun. And it was during the summer, it's on the order of like 15 minutes
They
without
do that,
sunscreen.
they do that here too.
Yeah. Now,
Uh,
what I've noticed, in parallel with what you're saying about the grass, what I've noticed in the past few years is, during the middle of the summer, the sun appears to be intensely brighter
Yeah, like
than it
white
used to be.
instead of yellow. It used to be like
Yes.
yellow.
I used to do, I was good out in the middle of the day without wearing any sunglasses. And now it's like I have to squint to go out in the summer. It's so intense.
Yeah, I don't have very much shade where I live either, so the only trees are from my neighbors, and when the sun's behind them, they're okay, but I have no shady place to work on things outside or anything like that. I was
Yeah.
telling Wiz that last summer. It was like you didn't see anybody in the parks or anything.
Yes. Well, the same here. I'm like heat tolerant, so I would go into town at noon or early afternoon, and it's like I would be the only person on the streets.
Yep.
There were several times I got this creepy feeling I was the only one left. But everybody's withdrawing indoors, and I think for the same reason. They may not realize it, but the sun is becoming more intense.
Yeah.
They just take it as I'm comfortable or I'm uncomfortable, so they go inside.
Okay, I got vinyl siding on my house. It's
Yeah.
literally melted and warped the vinyl siding.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's why, I would never personally ever put vinyl siding on a house.
No, I was tempted to put vinyl windows on the house, but I decided on aluminum instead.
And then, oh yeah, well that's an amplifier there. That'll amplify the sun.
Yeah.
Also, believe it or not, light colored concrete, the refractor.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that have those Rambler style homes, and they like to put they're they've got a little bit of a pitch to them, but they're for the most part flat, and they like to put those white rocks on there.
Yeah. The older homes in Arizona used to do that. It was actually like an asphalt, like tar paper and asphalt roof. They would spread rocks on it, and then down the road, they got sold into the idea of using a white, that white solar shield paint.
Like a elastomeric.
Yes.
Yeah, I put that on RVs. I use that white elastomeric. Works good
I've
on
used it
RVs.
too.
Yeah,
I actually like it.
I do too.
It's weird to put on because it's like foamed, and you roll it out, and then it like shrinks to fit once it dries.
Yep. But the other problem with it is it's a dirt attractor. I mean, you got to and when it gets dirt, it kind of defeats the purpose of having white on the top, because it just still absorbs heat because of the dirt. I got to recoat my trailer. Actually, I put elastomeric on it, and it helps with hailstorms and things like that. It keeps RVs from getting dented because it's kind of a rubberized coating.
Yeah.
and it seals up any leaks.
Yes, it does that very good too. I had a fifth wheel that I used it on years ago, and it had a metal roof with seams. You had a seam every 3 or 4 feet. It was like a folded corrugated seam,
Yep.
and even though the elastomeric like eventually weathered off the flat portions of that roof, it's still in the seam part of it.
Mr.
Hey,
Small.
Dennis Espinosa
Zach.
in the chat. And how you doing, Zach? Welcome to the panel. What's on your mind, Zach?
He probably got girls on his mind.
You're number one. Did you see that? You're number one. What's the happy thought of the day, Dennis? Working your ass off? Yeah. Watch it. Watch it. You gotta remember, when you work your ass off one day, you end up with no ass. I'm living proof, man. I got no ass. I don't know where I put it or where I left it, but I lost it somewhere. I mean, lost my ass.
Well, getting divorced will make you lose your ass. That's for sure.
I don't know. I didn't do so bad either time. I had some cool divorce stories, but I don't know many who do.
After you've been through it, it's not as bad as it seems.
Well, no, for most people, it's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, going into it not knowing,
Oh, right.
it's always bad.
Always bad that way, yeah. You know, I came out of mine pretty well both times. But,
Well, it has to do with the animosity level.
well, she said she wanted a divorce.
As
I
long
was like,
as
okay. His wife, she was, I wanted a divorce. I was like, all right, no problem. Let's do it.
Yeah, so is this a date?
Hey,
So
let's start making some plans. We got to sell the house.
I was going to ask you, AZ, if you knew what a pergola was. A pergola.
Yes.
Those are getting to be a big thing because of the sun issue.
Right. They're
Yes.
lighted structures, lets light in off the roof, top of the houses, stuff like that.
Yeah, they make it semi-shady anyway.
You're not planning on getting a portable pergola, are you?
Negative.
Okay. I had a big pergola. That thing was like 12 feet by 14 feet. It was all metal, made in China. Had a fabric roof and screened in sides, and it lasted about 2 days before it got pushed down to the ground by the wind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They don't hold up too well.
No, if I was going to do a pergola, I would just build one out of wood. I've got
Yeah.
pallet wood coming out the wazoo right now.
What do they call
No,
that?
that would,
I know the pergola is basically just a shade structure.
yeah,
But what do they call that? That
gazebo.
no, that's
Lattice?
no. Let me finish. It goes on a roof. It raises a section of the roof so lights come in. So the light comes in.
Skylight?
No, it's not
You mean
necessarily.
like a loft? You mean the way they do a loft? Where
Kind of, yeah.
well, I mean, for the roof part, they would call it like a dormer.
Normally, yeah, you put a regular window there.
Yeah. But, I mean, depending how you do the windows, if it's like up off the roof line, build a structure that has a long line of windows. There's a name for that.
Right, that's what I was looking for.
And then if it's like additional headroom in like an attic space to make bedrooms out of it, it's called dormers. I think.
Right, right. Well, that's the dormers are actually where you put a straight up window, and then you build an angled
Yep.
roof back to the roof, not
Yeah.
with the angle of the roof. I'm talking about like you take the
Yeah.
center section of that roof, the length of the apex, and you raise it up, a couple feet, and then put windows all along
Yeah.
the way. That's what I was looking for the name of. I know there's a specific name for it.
Yeah. People north of me where it's cooler that have barns, they have that on the barn because it allows the hot air to rise up and leave through the windows.
And you see it light during the day.
Yeah.
So we were mulling it over. Wizard, you built those arched cattle rod things.
Mhm.
I was talking about raising gourds, growing gourds.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I thought, you know what? A pergola would be a great idea to, if you could train the vines to go up the pergola, and then you'd have what would look like lantern boards hanging all over inside the pergola where you could, get shade and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, a lot of people will do
Or
grapevines.
or grapes. I was going to try and say.
Another
Yeah,
thing
grapes.
people do are sweet potatoes.
Mhm.
And they do the sweet potatoes in the ground around the structure, and they let all the vines go up the posts and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Would this just be like a flat top type of a patio roof? A pergola type patio roof, and you could use it as a patio and also doubles as a lattice as well.
I would do grapevines.
Yeah,
They,
we've
I mean,
got
I've done grapes before. They put out big leaves. They grow fast, and if you want to build like a shade wall, grapes are like perfect for that.
Yeah, you'd only have to grow it on one. You'd run some lattices up just one side of it,
Yeah.
and then let the grapes climb up the lattice and just cover the top of the roof of the pergola.
Yeah.
And then
The only work involved is you have to train the vines of the grape to go where you want them to go.
Right.
But that doesn't take long. It's
A season or two, and you're good to go.
and you can kick back in the summer and eat grapes in the shade.
Exactly.
I've done it. Yeah.
Oh, there's a Greek restaurant that did exactly that close to me.
Yep.
But and when I was over in Istanbul, there was a lot of outdoor places where people would go and sit, and you'd have like cats walking beneath your feet and everything. Having a cup of Turkish Turkish coffee or Turkish chai, and it was awesome. I kind of missed that.
Hey, do it at home.
I know.
In fact, I feel inspired.
Right.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I didn't have any shade. That was my bitch. Remember, I had no freaking shade.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to build a pergola.
Yes, you do. See, I'm still working on shade. I have a little bit of shade.
But I have all this 4x4 material,
Yeah.
12-foot long 4x4s off of those big shipping pallets. And
How
they'd be
many of those do you got?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I got probably 7 or 8 of them right now.
That's a good start.
I've already used up some of them, I've already used them in my garden fence and everything. But now that we're talking about this, I think that's the ticket.
Yeah.
That's what I need to build. You'll have to paint it though, If you build one, you're
Yep.
definitely gonna have to either paint it or stain it.
Stain doesn't work here in Arizona. Even the ultraviolet protective
Yeah,
stains and clear coats, they don't hold up more than a couple of years. They turn white.
Probably your oil base would be the best. Your oil base stain.
No, I just paint the shit out of it.
Yeah, but like I used to do with oil base stain is I would mix thinner and boiled linseed oil,
Okay.
and that was my concoction, and it worked really good.
Okay.
You're more dry and you're hotter out there than where I'm at, but we're still in a
I still have 2 wooden decks I need to paint. They were pretty when they were new. Now they've gotten gray, a light gray, not a dark gray.
Well, the UV here just destroys things.
Yeah.
It'll cause vinyl siding to crack.
Yes.
It'll cause your car to crack. Seals and everything in your door seals, all of that, all cracks because of the heat and the UV, because of our altitude.
Yep.
And the salt. We have a lot of salt here. There's it rains salt sometimes.
We don't have that.
And you go out to your car and you look at it and it's just spotted with salt all over the windshield and everything. They salt the roads. Yeah, it's not a good place. Where you're at, that's probably one of the best places to find a car, because they probably rust less there,
Well, they don't rust, but the paint jobs don't last that long.
Okay.
The clear coat peels off, exposing the paint underneath, and then it oxidizes towards the white colors.
And here's another cool thing you could do in a pergola that I'm thinking about right now while we're talking is being able to put pot hangers. I could hang geraniums and stuff in there too. Why geraniums, you ask?
Yeah,
well,
why geraniums?
Mosquitoes don't like them. Mosquitoes hate geraniums. Yep. We get lots of
You know,
mosquitoes.
like, go ahead. Say what? You were going to say something, Bill?
Oh, I said we get lots of mosquitoes. That's all I said.
Oh, right. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
familiar with the rain. It's not liking those, or mosquitoes not liking those plants.
we don't have a mosquito problem here either. At least where I am.
Right. And generally, I mean, I don't have a problem with them at all with proper diet, B12, that kind of thing.
Well, insects in general don't like geraniums. So while you're sitting there having your cup of iced tea, whiz in your pergola with your geraniums hanging there and everything, picking grapes, living like a king and stuff, you're not gonna have to worry about swatting bugs and stuff.
There you go.
Just saying.
There you go.
That's right.
I'm listening, Zach.
Go ahead, Zach.
How are you, Arizona? Haven't talked to you in a while. I'm doing good, well, good enough. Trying my best to ask God to protect Kay through this time in her life.
I understand, Zach. Personally, I haven't spoken to Kay in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
I happened to be listening, what was it, about a week ago when she announced the news?
Right.
Yeah. Now, since she confessed the news, I'd like to confess that I'm the father. It was Immaculate Conception through the internet.
Oh,
When she told me about it a couple months ago, I claimed full credit for
oh, that's amazing.
it. Funny how that works, huh?
That's just amazing. Yep.
In fact, she had me on a video call. She was at her dad's house, and her stepmom was there, and I filled her in that I'm the real father of the baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Take it.
So I got her stepmom's blessing.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That's okay. I don't know what to say to that. I was just
Well, it was a big secret.
okay.
Zach, were you going to say something?
I really wish it wasn't fucking Matt's.
Well, shit happens, Zach.
But yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, I guess you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I hope it works out the way Steve wants it to, because that's all that really matters is that part of it. So I just hope things go well with the pregnancy and
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
yeah. And, most pregnancies aren't planned.
Well, right, to a degree. Depends on who's doing the planning. You know what I mean? But yeah, it definitely matters who's doing the planning.
Yeah, another factor is, I believe Kay was told several years ago that she couldn't get pregnant. She was unable to. So,
Oh,
yeah. So it just kind of like complicates things. You go along thinking you're safe, and then you find out you're not.
right.
Yes.
I'm totally behind her 100%, but if he starts shit, I'm going to go ape shit on his ass.
I think it was last weekend, she finally moved her stuff out. She had left, but she finally rounded up her stuff out of his house last week. So I think she's good. Unless I don't know something.
Right. Right. Well, yeah. Oh man. Well, guys, I'm on generator time.
I have to be a party pooper and go, because I'm really way overstayed my my sleep schedule here.
Is it that time?
It's 11:30 here.
I think Zach has some parting words that he's to get out.
What's up, Zach?
I know she had a physical altercation with him a week ago Saturday, and James actually went to get her.
Yeah, I was on a video call to witness that.
Well,
But
guys,
yes,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
you first.
I didn't hear what you said. You were cutting out.
I said you first. Or
Oh,
say
I was
goodnight,
going to close
Gracie.
out.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
I'm going to say good night. 'Cause, well, I mean, it's getting late and I'm on generator time, so I need to bring this down and shut down the generator and all that jazz.
Everybody have a good evening
Them bones, them bones.
or a good morning, depending on your time
Good
zone.
morning.
Hey, good night.
All right, guys.
God bless.
Thank you for hanging out, coming up on the stream. And, you know, these are awesome. Appreciate it. Dennis, Zach, AC, Skullraiser, Nightingale, Huckleberry, Wild Bill. Guys, you are awesome. Everybody, thank you so much. See you tomorrow night. Dream well, Patriots. Remember, we have to go through hell to get to heaven, but we're going to get there. God bless you. Keep your faith. God is in control. We see you tomorrow night. Dream well.